my beloved child. Today, God is making a powerful proclamation. Abundant wealth and prosperity are already on their way to you. They will pour down like a gentle yet unstoppable rain, drenching every corner of your life with divine favor, endless blessings, and extraordinary generosity. My plan for you is greater than any human design, stronger than any challenge you have ever faced. I am not distant. I am here, moving in your life, even when you cannot yet see it. I grant you clarity to navigate the unknown, peace to silence your worries, and strength to transform every struggle into an unforgettable victory. Do not fear, for heaven has already set things in motion. Your season of lack is over, and a new chapter is beginning. A chapter filled with grace, abundance, and fulfillment beyond your imagination. Listen closely. Let these words sink deep into your soul. I have seen the weariness in your spirit, the burdens pressing down on you like an unrelenting tide. But hear me now. Your suffering is not in vain. Every tear you have shed, every whispered prayer in the silence of night, I have heard them all. I am not a distant observer. I am the architect of your destiny, the weaver of miracles unseen. What once seemed impossible will become effortless in my perfect timing. Stand firm. Even the storms rising against you are merely stepping stones to your victory. I am lifting you above the chaos, placing your feet upon solid ground. The voices of doubt that have tried to drown out your dreams hold no power over my decree. Where others saw failure, I see triumph. Where doors were locked, I hold the key. Do not be discouraged by the shadows of yesterday, for I am the light leading you forward. You have carried the weight of worry for too long. Now I replace it with unwavering peace. Let go of the fears that have bound you, for they are nothing but illusions that vanish in the presence of my truth. You were never meant to merely survive. You were created to thrive, to rise, to walk in the fullness of my blessings. Every trial has prepared you for this very moment. The world may have underestimated you, but I have never lost sight of your greatness. You are my masterpiece, crafted with divine intention, filled with a strength beyond measure. In this new season, expect the unexpected. The breakthroughs you have prayed for will come in ways you never imagined. The right people, the right opportunities, and the right doors will align at precisely the perfect time. Do not waver in doubt. Hold on to your faith like a torch, and I will illuminate the path ahead. Abundance is more than material wealth. It is an overflow of joy, purpose, and the unshakable truth that you are deeply cherished. And as I bless you, I call you to be a blessing to others. Let kindness be the currency you spend, and generosity the language you speak. Your past does not define you. Your struggles do not imprison you. You are stepping into a divine inheritance that no force in this world can steal. Stand tall, beloved, for I am with you. My favor rests upon you, and my love surrounds you like an unshakable fortress. Rise with courage, walk with confidence, speak with authority. The heavens have declared it. Your time of favor is here. When temptation whispers, trying to lure you down paths that lead to regret, do not face it alone. Call upon my name, and I will strengthen you. The enemy seeks to plant seeds of doubt, urging you to believe that momentary pleasure is worth more than eternal peace. But you are not weak. You are not powerless. My spirit within you is greater than any force that tries to pull you away from your divine path. The temptations you battle are not signs of failure. They are opportunities to prove your strength, to stand firm in righteousness, and to declare that you belong to me. And before we go any further, if these words are speaking to your heart, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Not only does it support this message, but it helps spread hope to others who need to hear it. Now let's continue. When you stumble, do not let shame keep you from my presence. Shame is a prison built by the enemy to keep you from my love, but my mercy tears down every wall. If you have fallen, rise again. If you have doubted, renew your faith. My forgiveness is not measured by human standards. It is boundless, endless, and offered freely to the heart that seeks it. Do not dwell on your missteps. Instead, let them be stepping stones leading you closer to me. I see how the world weighs upon you, the endless demands, the expectations, the relentless pressure to succeed by its standards. Yet I remind you, your worth is not found in titles, possessions, or the approval of others. It is found in me. The world tells you that you must strive, that you must fight for recognition, that your value is in what you produce. But I tell you, you are already enough. You are already chosen, already treasured. Stop measuring your significance by earthly scales and start seeing yourself through my eyes. Yes, people will misunderstand you. They will judge you unfairly, question your motives, and even try to diminish your light. But what they think does not define you. You do not need their validation, for you already have mine. Do not waste your energy proving yourself to those who refuse to see your worth. Instead, pour your heart into the purpose I have set before you. Walk in confidence, knowing that I am your defender. You have felt the sting of betrayal. You have given your heart freely, only to have it mishandled. You have trusted, only to be let down. I know that pain. I too have been betrayed, abandoned, rejected by those I loved. But let me show you a greater way. Do not allow bitterness to take root in your soul. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is the key that unlocks your freedom. Release the burden of resentment, and you will find yourself soaring higher, unchained from the past. Those who have hurt you may never apologize, but that does not mean you must carry the wound forever. Hand it to me, and I will heal it completely. When fear grips your heart and uncertainty clouds your vision, remember who stands beside you. Have I not commanded you to be strong and courageous? Fear is a thief, robbing you of the joy I have prepared for you. It paralyzes, convinces you to settle, persuades you to shrink back from the greatness I have destined for you. But I did not create you to live in fear. I created you to rise, to stand boldly in the face of adversity, to trust that no matter what comes, I am with you, fighting for you, ensuring that you emerge victorious. Some days, the weight of life feels unbearable. The losses, the disappointments, the dreams deferred. I see the tears you cry when no one else does. I hear the silent prayers whispered in the depths of your soul. You wonder if I see you, if I care, if your suffering has meaning, my beloved. I tell you now, every tear has been counted, every ache has been felt, and none of it is in vain. Your pain is not a sign of my absence. It is a doorway to deeper strength, to greater compassion, to a testimony that will one day bring hope to others who walk the same road. Even now, I am working in ways you cannot see, aligning circumstances, opening doors, preparing breakthroughs that will arrive precisely when they are meant to. Do not be discouraged by delays. What seems like waiting is actually preparation. You would not plant a seed today and expect fruit tomorrow. Trust the process. Trust my timing. Trust that every moment of patience is leading you towards something far greater than you can imagine. Lift your head, my child. Look beyond what you see with your natural eyes and perceive the deeper truth. I am for you, not against you. I am your provider, your protector, your source of unshakable peace. When the world is in chaos, you can remain steady. When storms rage around you, you can stand firm, not because of your own strength, but because of mine. I have called you to be a light in the darkness, to carry my love into the broken places of this world. You were not created for mediocrity, for a life of mere existence. You were made to shine, to impact, to inspire. There are people who need what I have placed inside you. Do not hold back. Speak life, extend kindness, be a vessel of my grace. And when you feel weary, when your spirit is exhausted from the battles you have fought, come to me, lay your burdens at my feet, and I will give you rest. Let me refill you with my strength, renew your passion, and restore your joy. You do not have to do this alone. My arms are always open, ready to hold you, ready to lift you up, ready to remind you that you are deeply, eternally loved. Now go forward with boldness. Step into this day knowing that you are covered, protected, and divinely guided. Walk with confidence, for my favor rests upon you. The plans I have for you are unfolding, and nothing, no force in heaven or on earth, can stop what I have set in motion. Your breakthrough is near, your blessings are on their way, and your life is about to reflect the fullness of my promises in ways that will leave you in awe. Hold fast to faith, my beloved, for the best is yet to come. Know this, I have already declared your worth immeasurable, not by the standards of the world, not by achievements, wealth, or beauty, but by the love that held me to the cross. My sacrifice was not made for the flawless, but for the wounded, the searching, the broken. You are priceless, and nothing can diminish the value I have placed upon you. So when the world whispers that you are not enough, silence those lies with the truth of my love. You are not defined by past failures, nor by the opinions of those who do not see your heart. You are mine, cherished beyond measure. Do not let the weight of life deceive you into thinking you must carry everything alone. You were never meant to bear burdens that crush your spirit. Hand them to me, your anxieties, your disappointments, your silent battles fought behind closed doors. Lay them down at my feet, and in exchange, I will give you peace. A peace that does not depend on circumstances, but flows from knowing that I hold all things in my hands. Even when you do not see a way forward, I am making a path through the wilderness. Even when you feel forgotten, I am working behind the scenes, aligning events in ways you cannot yet comprehend. There is a time for striving and a time for surrender. Understand the difference. When you strive in your own strength, you exhaust yourself, running a race you were never meant to run alone. But when you surrender to me, not in defeat, but in trust, you will find that my grace carries you where your strength cannot. Let go of the relentless pressure to prove yourself. You have nothing to prove to a world that does not define you. Your only call is to walk in the purpose I have set before you, step by step, trusting that I will provide what you need at the right time. Be mindful of your thoughts, for they shape your reality. A mind cluttered with fear and negativity cannot fully embrace the joy I have prepared for you. Take captive every thought that seeks to steal your peace. Replace worry with worship, doubt with declaration, and fear with faith. When darkness whispers that you are alone, speak my name, and light will break through. My name carries power, the kind that shatters chains and dispels despair. Hold on to it. Let it be the banner under which you march into every battle, knowing that victory is not only possible, it is assured. Be cautious of the company you keep. Not everyone who walks with you has your best interests at heart. Some will drain you, leading you into distraction, discouragement, or even destruction. Love them, pray for them, but do not entangle yourself with those who pull you away from me. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, who remind you of my promises, who speak life when the world speaks doubt. Iron sharpens iron. Seek those who will refine your faith rather than dull it. Remember, my plans for you are not fragile. They are not dependent on perfect conditions or flawless execution. Even when you take a wrong turn, I am the God who redirects. Even when you stumble, my grace is there to catch you. Do not allow fear of failure to paralyze you. Walk boldly knowing that I am with you. Every closed door, every delay, every redirection is part of a greater picture you cannot yet see. Trust in my timing. What I have written for you will come to pass. Not a moment too soon, not a second too late. When the storms rage, do not be dismayed by their intensity. A storm may shake you, but it cannot shake me. I am your refuge, your strong tower, your unshakable foundation. Cling to me, and you will find that even in the fiercest tempests, you will not be consumed. You may bend under the weight of trials, but you will not break. You may feel pressed on every side, but you will not be crushed. For I am with you, and I will never forsake you. Do not let bitterness take root in your heart. Life will bring disappointments, people will fail you, expectations will go unmet. But do not let these wounds harden you. Forgiveness is not weakness, it is strength. It frees you from the chains of resentment and allows you to walk in the fullness of my peace. Let go, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve freedom. In forgiving, you reflect my heart, and in doing so, you open yourself to blessings far greater than what was lost. There is a calling on your life that only you can fulfill. Do not compare your journey to others. Their successes do not diminish yours, and their blessings do not take away from what I have prepared for you. Keep your eyes on me. Run your race with endurance, knowing that I have equipped you for every step. When you grow weary, I will renew your strength. When you lose sight of the finish line, I will remind you of why you began. You are not in this alone. Every breath you take is proof that your purpose is not yet complete. Keep going. Know this: no matter how far you stray, my love will always call you home. There is no mistake too great, no distance too far, no failure too deep that my grace cannot reach. The arms that formed the heavens are the same arms that long to embrace you. Come as you are. I will never turn you away. My love for you is relentless, unwavering, eternal. Rest in it, abide in it, and walk forward in the confidence that you are, and always will be, deeply loved. Stronger than you ever imagined, you have endured battles that once seemed insurmountable. Walked through valleys where shadows loomed large, yet even there, I was with you. My presence never wavered, not for a single moment, though pain tried to whisper that you were alone. The truth remained. I carried you. I carried you through the heartbreak, through the disappointment, through the nights when your own prayers felt hollow. And now, as you stand on the other side, do you see it? The strength I built within you, the resilience that grew in the midst of your tears. I do not waste suffering. What was meant to break you has instead refined you. Where others saw only ashes, I saw the foundation of something new, something radiant. Even the scars you bear, whether on your heart, your mind, or your soul, have become testimonies of my healing power. They no longer tell a story of pain, but of redemption. You are living proof that what the enemy meant for harm, I have turned for good. Yet do not think for a moment that your journey is over. There is more ahead, more joy to embrace, more wisdom to uncover, more purpose to walk into. Your past does not disqualify you. On the contrary, it equips you. The lessons learned in the darkness now become the very light you carry to others. There are those who need your story, who need to hear that survival is possible, that restoration is real. Do not shrink back in shame. Let your testimony be a beacon for the weary, a road sign pointing them back to my love. But even as you pour into others, do not neglect your own soul. Tend to it, guard it. The world will try to drain you, to pull you in 1,000 directions, to convince you that worth is found in busyness, in achievement, in how much you can produce. But I never asked you to run yourself ragged. I desire connection over performance, intimacy over perfection. Come to me, not as a worker striving for approval, but as a beloved child, resting in the arms of their father. When anxiety grips your heart, when the weight of expectations feels unbearable, return to me. You were never meant to carry it all alone. Hand me your fears, your insecurities, your restless thoughts. Let me replace them with peace, the kind that settles deep into your bones and silences the storm within. No problem is too small for me, no request too insignificant. If it matters to you, it matters to me. And yes, I know there are still unanswered prayers, desires that remain unfulfilled, wounds that haven't fully healed. I see the frustration, the doubt that sometimes creeps in, the quiet wondering of, why haven't you moved yet, Lord? But hear me, child. Just because you do not see the answer now does not mean I am absent. Delay is not denial. Every season has its purpose, and what feels like a painful waiting period is often preparation. Trust that my timing is flawless, that I am working even in ways unseen. Stay close to me. The world will try to entice you with fleeting pleasures, distractions that promise fulfillment but leave you empty. Be vigilant. The enemy does not always come as an obvious adversary. Sometimes he disguises himself as convenience, comfort, or even logic that contradicts my truth. Test everything against my word. Do not compromise your integrity for temporary satisfaction. Hold fast to what is good, and I will reward you in ways beyond imagination. And when temptation does come knocking, when old struggles try to reclaim you, do not fight alone. Call upon me. Speak my name. There is power in it. Demons flee at its sound. Chains shatter. darkness trembles, you are not defenseless. My spirit dwells within you, granting you authority over every force that seeks to pull you away. Stand firm, not in your own strength, but in mine. Even now, as you read these words, I am moving in your heart. There's no coincidence in this moment. This is my gentle whisper, reminding you that I am near, that I am for you, that I will never turn away. So let go of the burdens you were never meant to carry. Step forward in faith, even if your knees shake. I am here. I have always been here, and I will walk with you every step, every stumble, every triumph, until the day you see me face to face. You are loved beyond measure. You are seen, known, and deeply cherished. Rest in that truth, and let it transform the way you live. Perhaps you have grown weary of waiting for the breakthrough you have long desired. You might wonder if I have forgotten you, if your prayers have faded into the vastness of eternity without response. But listen, every whispered plea, every tear that traced its way down your face, every moment you fought to hold on to hope when doubt pressed in like a relentless tide, I have seen them all, and not a single one has been lost. My timing is not an oversight. It is intentional, woven with a precision that only I can understand. I know you long for swift resolutions, for doors to open without delay. I see the frustration when the wait extends beyond what you thought you could bear. Yet trust this, delay is not denial. What seems like silence is often the sacred work of preparation. Sometimes I hold back what you ask for, not to withhold good from you, but to refine your heart, so that when the blessing comes, it will not crush you, but uplift you. There is purpose even in the waiting. It stretches your faith, strengthens your endurance, and deepens your dependence on me rather than fleeting outcomes. Do you remember the times you rushed ahead, convinced you knew best, only to find yourself exhausted, disillusioned, or entangled in consequences you had not foreseen? My delays are shields, not punishments. They are meant to steer you away from paths that would lead to lesser things. Things that might satisfy for a moment but would ultimately leave you emptier than before. The plans I have for you extend beyond temporary relief. They are eternal, filled with depths of joy you have yet to taste. So hold on. Do not let impatience rob you of what is best. But I also see the battle within you, the war between faith and fear, between trust and the urge to control. I see how past disappointments have made you cautious, how betrayal has tempted you to build walls instead of bridges. I know the pain of doors slammed shut, of love that was promised but never fulfilled, of dreams that withered before they had the chance to bloom. And I know that deep down, part of you wonders if opening your heart again is worth the risk. Let me assure you, it is. Love, real love, the kind that mirrors my own, is always worth it. I did not create you to exist behind fortresses of self-protection, but to live fully, to love deeply, and to experience the richness of connection. Do not allow the failures of others to define your ability to receive love. People may have let you down, but I never will. My love is not fickle. It does not waver with circumstances or diminish when you stumble. It remains steady and unshaken. Let that be the love that guides you, that heals you, that teaches you how to love in return. And yes, I see the anger that sometimes stirs within you, the moments when the injustice of this world presses against your soul, when cruelty and suffering ignite a fire of indignation within you. I do not condemn your anger. I too am angered by evil, by oppression, by the pain inflicted upon the innocent. But do not let that anger consume you. Do not let it become a poison that corrodes your spirit. Bring it to me. Let me transform your righteous anger into action, into compassion, into a force that brings healing rather than more harm. You were never meant to carry the weight of the world's brokenness alone. That burden belongs to me. And yet I invite you to be part of my work, to be a light in dark places, to be a voice for the voiceless, to be a vessel through which my justice flows. But you cannot do this if your heart is hardened with resentment. Release it. Let me handle what is beyond your control. Let my peace be your anchor. Even when the world around you shakes, you may not realize it, but even now I am strengthening you, You are not the same person you were yesterday. Every battle, every trial, every tear has shaped you, deepened your wisdom, refined your spirit. You may feel weak, but in me you are strong. You may feel lost, but I have never once lost sight of you. You may feel unworthy, but I have already declared you priceless. And I need you to hear this: you are not alone. No matter how isolated you feel, no matter how unseen you believe you are surrounded by my presence. Even in your loneliest moments, I am closer than your very breath. When the silence feels deafening, when the ache of loneliness presses against your chest, know that I am there. I am the whisper in the stillness, the warmth in the cold, the steady hand when you feel like you are slipping. You do not have to do this life alone. I have placed people along your path, people who will uplift you, who will speak life into you, who will remind you of your worth when you forget. Do not shut them out. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the birthplace of connection. Let yourself be known. Let yourself be loved. And as you move forward, remember that your purpose is not defined by your past. No failure, no mistake, no wound has the power to erase the calling I have placed upon your life. You were made for more than mere existence. You were made to shine, to create, to love, to build, to bring my light into the world in a way that only you can. Do not let fear steal that from you. Do not let the whispers of doubt convince you that you are not enough. You are enough, not because of anything you have done, but because I have made you so. My spirit lives within you, my power flows through you, my grace sustains you, and my love, my unfailing, unwavering, unstoppable love will never leave you. So rise, my beloved. Step forward in faith. The road ahead may be unknown, but it is not uncertain. I am with you. I have always been with you, and I always will be. Now go. Live boldly, love deeply, and trust fully, for you are mine, and that is the only truth you will ever need. I see the burdens you carry, the silent battles waged within, the questions that echo in the chambers of your mind when the world is quiet. You wonder if I notice, if I care enough to intervene. Let me assure you, my love is not passive, nor is my concern distant. I am near, closer than your own breath, watching over you with a tenderness that never wavers. Every sigh, every tear, every unspoken plea, I have gathered them. Not a single one has been lost, even in moments when you feel forgotten. I am working behind the scenes, weaving beauty from what appears broken, preparing a way where you see none. You may believe that your past disqualifies you, that your failures have etched an unchangeable narrative over your life. But I tell you, nothing is beyond my ability to redeem. I do not see you through the lens of your mistakes. I see you through the lens of grace. I see the potential still pulsing within you, the light that has not been extinguished. You are not beyond hope. You are not too far gone. Even now, my hands are extended, ready to lift you from the pit of self-condemnation and set you on solid ground. Do not be deceived into thinking that your worth is measured by achievements, accolades, or human validation. These are fleeting, shifting like sand with the tides of opinion. Your value has never been rooted in what you do, but in who you are. My beloved, my creation, my child. The world may attempt to define you, but its definitions hold no weight in eternity. I have called you by name, and that name is inscribed on my heart. You have spent too long chasing approval that was never meant to sustain you, too long running after acceptance in places that cannot offer it. Let go. Release the exhausting pursuit of proving yourself. You are already seen, already known, already loved. Rest in that truth, and you will find the peace that has eluded you for so long. The journey ahead may be uncertain, the road uneven, but trust this: I have gone before you. Every obstacle, every detour, every unexpected turn is within my sight. There is no moment that catches me off guard. When you encounter delays, do not mistake them for denials. When doors close, do not assume they were meant to remain open. I am guiding you with wisdom far beyond your own. What seems like a setback is often a setup for something greater. Hold fast when the storm rages. Do not let the winds of fear uproot your faith. The same power that calmed the sea is at work in your life. The same voice that spoke light into existence is speaking over you even now, declaring hope where despair once reigned. I am the anchor that holds firm when everything else is shifting. Cling to me, and when you stumble, when your strength fails and you fall, do not be ashamed. Do not allow guilt to build walls between us. I am not the voice of condemnation, whispering that you are unworthy. I am the voice calling you home. Return to me, and you will find mercy. I am the God of restoration, the healer of shattered hearts, the mender of fractured souls. There is no wound I cannot bind, no sin I cannot forgive, no distance I cannot bridge. Do not let comparison rob you of joy. Your path is uniquely designed, your purpose intricately woven into the fabric of my greater plan. What I have written for you cannot be stolen, nor can it be rushed. Look not to the left or the right, measuring your progress against another's. Walk forward with confidence, knowing that my timing is perfect. Your prayers are not in vain, even the ones whispered in the stillness. The ones laced with doubt, the ones that feel too small to matter, they reach me. I am listening. I am moving. Do not be discouraged when answers do not come in the way you expect. My ways are higher. My vision extends beyond what you can see. Trust that I am at work, even in silence. And when you feel weary, when the weight of life presses heavy upon you, remember this: you were never meant to carry it alone. I am your refuge, your safe place, your resting ground. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Lay down the burdens you were never meant to bear. The worries that steal your peace, the fears that imprison your mind, I will exchange them for joy, for strength, for a peace that surpasses understanding. Live each day with the assurance that you are never alone. Whether in moments of triumph or trials that shake you to the core, I am there. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. My love is unwavering, my presence unshakable, my promises unbreakable. You are mine, and nothing, no darkness, no doubt, no failure can change that. Step forward in faith. Open your heart to the wonders I have prepared. Let go of the past, release the chains of fear, and walk in the fullness of who I have called you to be. There is more ahead than you can imagine. Trust, believe, and know I am with you always. Amen.